Our video of the traverse of the High Stile Range starts with a view of Buttermere village from the southeast, the hills of Millbrake and Lowbank confining the valley to the northwest. The Bridge Hotel is a prominent feature in the village, and the lane running to the left of the hotel leads to the Fish Hotel, over which towers High Stile to the southwest. A lane again to the left of the hotel is followed, and soon a clear view of Fleetwith Pike and Haystacks open up to the southeast at the head of the valley. Haystacks and High Crag feature more to the south, and the camera points towards the southwest, showing the wooded lower slopes of High Stile, and eventually High Stile top. Sourmilk Gill tumbles steeply down from Bleaberry Tarn high up in the hanging valley of Bleaberry Cove, which features later in the film. Looking further to the southwest, the last of the triptych of summits to be visited on the ridge walk is seen, Red Pike at 2,479 feet. A wide and well-trodden lane heads in the direction of Buttermere Lake, where a right then left turn leads to its shingly northeast shore, where we pause to take in the tranquility of the setting, before crossing the wooden bridge over the beck, which flows from Buttermere into Crummock Water, and then turning sharply left or southeast to walk by the southwest shore of Buttermere to the beginning of the Scarth Gap Pass track, which marks the start of the climb to High Crag. Feature prominently ahead as we reach a junction in the path, the right-hand fork taking us up in the direction of Haystacks along the Scarth Gap Pass route, which was formerly an old pony track over into Ennerdale. After a steady climb along this path and after gaining a few hundred feet in height, a less clear track then branches to the right, running by the side of a wall, and which provides a short Fell region and beyond to the Derwent Fells, and here the southeast shore of Buttermere Lake, with the old fisherman's cottage, which is visited later during the completion of the circuit of the lake. So, having reached the grassy col, Gambling End appears ahead due northwest. This is a steep scree slope to be tackled to gain the summit of High Crag. Back to the southeast over Seed Crag and the now subdued Haystacks, Great Gable and Green Gable are revealed, and with Pillar across Ennerdale. Formerly the scree climb to High Pike from here was laborious and difficult, but has recently been rendered a much easier ascent by virtue of stone pitching of a zigzag pathway for about 2/3 of its extent, render the effort well worthwhile. Here over the gables, whilst the huge bulk of Pillar, with Pillar Rock below, proves an irresistible draw to the eye, soaring above the conifer plantations in Ennerdale. The ridge walk northwest is now made, which for the most part is an easy grassy trod, with only minimal descents and reascents over the shallow cols between the broad tops, but with sensational views. On the ridge. The summit of High Stile, like High Crag, is on a flat, broad ridge, but with the additional height provides superior views, especially to the Scarfell Range, and even over to the Langdale Pikes. The top of Red Pike is reached, and consists of a couple of roughly constructed and scanty stone wind shelters. The reddish tint Our descent route down to Bleaberry Tarn is clearly seen from the summit. The initial drop down to the saddle, the small grassy col separating Red Pike from its lower northeast spur, is particularly steep, rough and scree-ridden, and calls for care to be taken in security.